Hello, class. It's Kiera. How are you today? What is today's date? What is the weather like? Good job. Today, we are going to do a review of Unit 6. We are going to start by listening to two dialogues. This is 1 and this is 2, but we will get to that one later. Notice how you have some words in orange. You have to put those words into the spaces of the conversation. Pause here so you can quickly read the sentences and the words in the box before I play the dialogue. Okay, now I am going to play dialogue 1.
And complete the dialogues. 1.
Have you ever been to Australia? Yes, I have. When did you go? I went last year. What did you do? I went snorkeling on the Great Barrier Reef. It was amazing.
Good job. You can put the video back to listen again. Write down the words. Now I'm going to show you dialogue 2. Pause here so you can read the conversation and the words in the box. Now I am going to play dialogue 2.
2.
Have you ever been to the circus? No, I haven't. What about you? Yes, I have. What did you see? I saw some clowns and a trapeze artist. Did you enjoy it? Yes, I did.
Good job. Take a minute and write down the words in the correct blank. Now I'm going to show you the answers to dialogue 1 and dialogue 2. How did you do? Now you have to write about what Sandy has or hasn't done. If there's a check next to the picture, that means she has done it. And if there's an X, that means she has not. Remember, we have to use has or hasn't, and then the past participle, also known as the third column. Remember, there are irregulars. Let's get started. Okay, so there's a check mark next to this one. So we're going to say Sandy, because we always need to use the subject first, has dived. Dive is regular, so all we do is add the ED. My final sentence should be, Sandy has dived over Niagara Falls. Number 2, Sandy swim in an Arctic lake. Okay, where there's a check mark next to it, so we know we have to use has, not hasn't. What is the past participle of swim? Swum. It's irregular. So, my sentence, I'm going to start with Sandy, the subject, has swum in an Arctic lake. Very good. Number 3. There's a check mark next to it. So are we going to use has or hasn't? Has. And sleep is irregular, so we would do slept. The final sentence is Sandy has slept on Kodiak Island. Number 4. It has an X next to it, so we have to make the sentence negative. We will use hasn't or has not. I'm going to write Sandy first because she is the subject, hasn't because the sentence is negative, and I'm going to change eat to eaten. It's an irregular verb. And then finish the sentence with snails. Good job! Number 5. There's an X next to the picture, so that means it's negative. She hasn't done it. I'm going to write Sandy hasn't flown a plane. Fly changes to flown. Number 6. It has an X next to the picture, so we know it has to be negative. Sandy hasn't climbed Mount Everest. Climb stays regular, so we add ed. Sandy hasn't climbed. Good job. Now, you are going to fill in the blanks to this postcard. In the orange, you have 5 verbs. You have to make sure you put the verbs in the correct blank and that you change it to its correct form. Be careful because some of the verbs are regular and some of them are irregular. Let's read it together. Hi, here I am on the beach in Acapulco. I'm with my parents and my sister. I've in the sea and beach volleyball. What words do you think can go in those blanks? Make sure to put them in the correct form. Okay, let's continue. Number 3. I've lots of beautiful fish. I've my favorite pizza and lots of fruit. The weather very hot. See you soon, John. What words go in those blanks? Put them in their correct form. Pause here to write down your answers from 1 to 5. Okay, now I'm going to show you the answers. How did you do? Good job.